What's happening? What's happening? I'm back again. As always, you know how I like to run things straight to the motherfucking point, okay? Excuse me as well, I am driving. But today I want to talk to you guys about what do you actually fucking miss about this person, all right? Now, you have to do a lot of, digging to figure out what the root cause is on why you want this person back, all right? Now, I get it, you spent a lot of time with this person, you bonded on a deeper level of connection, and it kind of fucking sucks, now they just up and left. But were things really as good as you thought they were? Honestly, now you really need to sit there and think about that. Were things as good as you really believed them to be? I did a lot of diving into my last relationship, and I was like, bro, what exactly did I miss? Did I miss the disrespect? Did I miss the constant nagging? Did I miss, being accused of cheating? Did I miss being accused of, looking at a girl's ass, constantly on edge about if they even gave a fuck about me, just wondering where they were at the entirety of the relationship, emotion-wise? No. The answer is no. I didn't miss that shit at all. All right? The entire time, I was questioning whether or not this person actually gave a fuck about me, and that was a miserable feeling, and honestly, I do not wish that on anybody. You're in love with this person, and you constantly just sitting there like, damn, like, what's going to be new this day? How's she going to feel about me today? Oh, if I don't do this, she won't like me. If I say this, she won't like me. That's such a shit feeling. Such a shit feeling. And of course, you miss the person. Of course you do, right? That's a given. You will miss them even if they treat you like shit. I'd argue that toxic love is one of the most, I don't know, how do I say this? Like most true forms of love, I guess. Which it shouldn't be. But in this day and age, kind of seems like it is, But yeah, ask yourself that goddamn question. What do you miss about this person? Because do you want them back so that you could get revenge and say, no, now I don't want your ass? That's not the right way to go about it. You really need to sit there and just think about what it is that you actually miss. You could miss the good parts, right? Where you guys were laughing, cuddling, watching movies together, laughing about that, maybe making a fucking cookie, Like, those things are nice, right? But you really need to reflect on all the bad as well, because odds are things were not as great as you thought they were. I look back at a lot of things that we had, and most of it was negative. It's sad to say. It really is. And you always want things to be different. You want things to change, and you stick around believing that they would change, but they never do. Now, why? It's because people are creatures of habit and patterns. For the most part, people don't change. Like Corey Wayne says, people don't change who they are. They just become a better version of themselves. And that is a sad reality. If you really care about change, you do change. But odds are, if you're in a relationship with this person, they're not really going to change. And they're not, for the most part, they're not going to change for you. You got to accept them how they are, or you kick them to the curb and just move on. It fucking sucks. But what I want you guys to really do is really take out a notebook or something and look at the pros and cons of the relationship. Look at what you loved about this person, but then look at how they treated you afterwards. What did they do? What did they say? What were their actions? For me, a big one was I would say a problem that I had, right? I would say a problem that I had, and I would turn into the issue. It would be, you need to fix your jealousy problems. Something like that. It's like, what are you talking about? Little things like that. And I don't miss that shit at all. You guys should deserve somebody, or you guys deserve somebody who would not put you in those predicaments. It's as simple as that. And when I would talk to my grandmother about it, she would just tell me the same shit. She's like, why do you keep doing this to yourself? What are you doing? And I never really had an answer for her, for the most part. I never did. I just, in my, I guess the mindset, and then the love blinds you. In my head, I kept thinking that it's a possibility they will change, you know, maybe. And I kept trying, and I'm like, no, things are gonna be different this time, you know, she'll change. Maybe she, you know, maybe she'll love me. It sounds fucking pathetic and sad, but that was my mindset. It was like, maybe she'll love me today. And maybe if I do this, she'll love me. Maybe if I do this, she'll care a little bit more for me. Maybe if I do this, she'll want to do this for me. Guys, do you hear how I sounded back then? I look back and I'm like, this was pitiful, man. Just pitiful energy. And the reality is, I love the girl. I did. And then parts of you always will. You always will have a soft spot for them. But again, you guys need to look back and reflect on why things ended and why do you miss them and what do you miss. Because if that, you know, it was probably mostly negative. Sometimes you guys have great relationships and things just don't work out. That's just how it goes sometimes, unfortunately. You know, those are the ones you really, really got to accept, and as much as it fucking hurts, you got to just move on. But I ask myself that question all the time. I'm like, what do I miss? What is it about this person that I miss? And I think what it is, I miss maybe who I thought they were. And that's probably one of the biggest reasons, is I created a fake image in my head. I created a fantasy, realistically, in my head of who I potentially wanted this woman to be. You know, because I'm 26, I'm looking for a good woman. I'm not forcing anything, but she just came out of nowhere. And I was like, oh wow. Started hanging out, the more I liked her, you know. And then one thing led to another. Things ended, and for the majority of the relationship, it was not good. But when it ended, I kept asking myself, what do I miss? Why did it end? Do I really miss the disrespect? Do I really miss the shit talk behind my back to the friends? Do I miss them talking to other people behind my back? No. Nobody likes that. You know what I'm saying? It's just, all it is, guys, is self-reflection. You really got to just pay attention to your mind. You really got to ask yourself these deep questions, because, you know, these are the important questions that you need to ask yourself. And these are the questions that will give you the answers you're looking for. So I hope that this video helps, because I was struggling with this for a long time. And in the beginning, you will miss them a lot. Even if it was bad relationship, you will miss them. But over time, you will see that it wasn't all that great. And you will see the little details in the story that you guys had, where, you know, the disrespect, the little fucking comments that they would make, like little things you'll just pick up on, just little things. And as you play the stories out in your head, you're like, oh, that makes sense. Oh, she said that because of this. Oh, now I see why she did that. She was probably hiding something behind my back. You know, you got to just dig deep, guys. Dig deep. Hope this video helps out.